Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Hannah, and today's video is a 30-week pregnancy update. I am in my third week of the third trimester, and this week I had a doctor's appointment, so I'll tell you a little bit about all of that went on. First of all, they checked the baby's heart rate with the Doppler, and it was at 134, 135. So again, if we're going by the wives' tale myth thing, that would be a boy. I'm still holding out for a girl. We still don't know. It's going to be a surprise. So yeah, there we go. I gained 2 pounds. My doctor was like, "You're doing really well. That's really on track." She also measured my uterus. And she said I'm measuring exactly at 29 to 30 weeks, so I am on track because I am at 30 weeks. At the doctor's appointment, I got my Tdap shot and the flu shot. So this was on Monday, and it is now Thursday, and my arms are still a little sore from both of the injections, which is fine, it's whatever, that's not a big deal. But so I've never had the flu, and I've never had the flu shot, and so I got the flu shot because that's the, you know, the smart, responsible thing you should do as a mom. And well, let's just say I felt the side effects. You might as well have counted me as having the flu, because that night I just felt chills coming on, and I was like, oh no. Like, I know you can't get the flu, I know you cannot get the flu from the flu shot, but you can feel side effects that are like the flu, and I felt it coming on. Right before bed, I told my husband, I'm like, I am not cold, but I am chilled, and I am not cold. Like, there's no reason for me to be cold, but I feel the chills. So I fell asleep. Then I woke back up because I had to pee, right? And I felt so heavy. I was hot. I had the chills, everything. I had a headache. And then of course, throw all of that on top of being uncomfortable because I'm pregnant. It wasn't fun. And I'm glad that it was a one-day thing of feeling the side effects. It was the worst. Another thing that I have noticed / realized / have come to the conclusion of is the whole acid reflux. Throughout this whole pregnancy, if you haven't been following and this is your first video you're watching of mine, I have been saying I've gotten a lot of acid reflux. Not heartburn, but just like acid reflux. I am kind of reconsidering that now because I looked up heartburn and what that was, and apparently there's lots of different kinds. And there's a kind that feels kind of like acid reflux, and I really think that instead of having acid reflux, I get heartburn. I have had heartburn before, and so this heartburn that I'm getting is nothing like that. The heartburn that I've had before was the kind that you feel like you're going to die. Your chest is on fire and just like nothing helps, not deep breathing, no extra oxygen, nothing, just like it burns and hurts. This heartburn is really weird. It comes in waves. It like bubbles up my throat and then it goes back down, and like I have to like swallow and like breathe in really deeply and like keep myself from like throwing up. I'm not gonna throw up, but that's what it feels like. So that's why I thought it was acid reflux, but I'm thinking it's heartburn now, especially since last week in the Pregnancy Plus app it said something about lots of hair growing. The baby's like baby hair, the first hair that it grows, is falling off, and that it's growing the new hair. So yeah, I really think that I have been getting heartburn and not acid reflux, so that's great. And that happens just about every single night still. Like, that's not something that has gone away. If I didn't mention it in previous videos, it's just because I've forgotten about it. I've gotten so used to having it that I'm just like, oh, that's not a thing anymore. So yeah, it happens just about every night that I get heartburn or acid reflux, whichever we want to call it. The last thing that I have to report is the baby's movements, and there's nothing new about them. They're still really big and still feels like the baby's just trying to stretch and break free. I guess from all of those big movements and the same repetitive over and over and over in the same spot, I'm a little sore in a couple areas. So like my ribs and the muscles on my stomach right beside my ribs hurt so bad. and I'm just like, get your feet out of there. Oh my gosh, find a different position. That hurts so bad. Obviously it's not going to, because it can do whatever it wants. That is something new, and I'm just like, a little frustrated with, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just like, ow, 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 ow. I still jump whenever I get kicked in the ribs. I don't think that's a feeling that I will ever get used to, or comfortable with. I'm feeling the spots that it likes to kick. So speaking of the movements, I'm going to add in the clips of the baby moving. So on to the Pregnancy Plus app. It says I am on day 213, which is week 30. So I'm 30 weeks and 3 days pregnant. And there are 9 weeks and 4 days left. Here is the baby sleeping. That's cute. Again, more like a human and everything. It says that it is 16.18 inches and 3.31 pounds. The extra information is the Lanyugo, which is the body hair. This is what I'm talking about when I say I think I'm having heartburn instead of, or the reason why I think I'm having heartburn instead of acid reflux. So the Lanyugo, or the body hair, is continuing to shed, although babies born prematurely may still have some of this at birth. Lung development. Even though the lungs are the last of all the organs to develop fully, your baby is practicing breathing most of the time. Bone development. Bones are busy hardening and preparing to support your baby's body after birth. Okay, and then for the size, just like last week, it's not going to change until week 32. So the sizes are the same as week 28, I think, is when it started. So we've got a chocolate box by Sweets, which is silly because there's different kinds of chocolate boxes. A puppy by Animal. And you know, that would depend also on what puppy, because not all dogs are the same size. And then the most reliable, or the most like believable, is the winter squash. And again, appropriate because it's still fall. So that is all that I have for this pregnancy update. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you are notified every time I put out a new video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do.